Hey everyone, we're in the shop today. Just got back from the Gem and Mineral show, and after looking through the show, there's only one thing I picked up, and that's because it caught my eye, something I'd never seen before. So what I got here are a few pieces of rough turquoise. This is from the Zhushan Mine in the Hubei Province of China. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I tried to look it up, but if I'm not, go ahead and correct me. So the reason why I picked this up is because I like turquoise, and I'd never seen this type of rock before. So I got some rough pieces here. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at what we've got. Okay, I came over here to the Genie here, not to polish it quite yet, but I wanted to get these samples wet just to kind of give you a really good idea of why I was so attracted to this material. This is just some beautiful colors here with some really attractive white veining that you don't see quite as often in turquoise. Let's go ahead and show a couple of these off here. So with these 4 pieces, I'll be able to get at least 4 really nice cabs. And I might take a couple of the bigger ones and divide them up into smaller pieces. So when I bought these, I bought them wet, so I was able to see the color. And I asked the seller 2 questions. I asked them, 1, are they treated? And 2, where did they come from? The seller didn't speak the best English, but she did say that they were not treated and that they were from the Zhushan Mine. And she was kind enough to write down the name of that on the bag. So of course, the first thing I did when I got home was to look this up on the computer. I'm going to show you what I found.
So I was really happy to come across this article by the GIA. This is for the exact turquoise rough I'd found. And it goes into kind of a brief summary here, and then the article talks about the history of the mine. It has some really technical information about the stone makeup if you're interested in that. It's got a brief summary about this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and put the link up on the screen, and I'll also put it in the description of the video below. What we're looking at now here is a map of China. I did a quick search and was easily able to locate this particular area. You can see here the Hubei Provence. Found the town here that we're looking at within the county. So I know the mine's going to be somewhere in this area. Don't know exactly where, but it was great to be able to see that this place really does exist here on the map.
All right, so I'm back in the shop. I've done my due diligence, researched the stones, found a good article from the GIA. I also went ahead and did some testing on these. I did both the hot needle test and the rubbing alcohol tests. You can also use acetone. Found out there's no treatments in these whatsoever, which matches what the GIA article said. It said in there, most of the stones are not treated. Occasionally they are, so it's always good to check. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a stone. Of the 3 here, I picked out this one to start with. It's the thinnest stone, but because it's already cut into a slab shape, it's gonna be real easy. So I've gone ahead and I've marked out the pattern that I wanna do. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. All right, we finally have a finished stone. And one thing I can say after working this material is that it's very difficult to polish. And this is going to be true for most softer materials. So this turquoise is about a 5 to 5.5 on the Mohs hardness, but the matrix is considerably softer. However, you can see that it does still pick up a bit of a polish. I put a flat top on this one, so that's why you're not seeing any distinct highlights across it. But in order to polish this, first I went through the Genie here, and you can see it left a lot of brown residue, which is from that matrix, which is kind of a clay-like substance. Leaves a lot of residue on the wheel, so I went all the way to 3000 grit. After that, I came over to the faceting machine and tried to put a flat top using the faceting machine, but that didn't really work so well. So then I went over and I used my diamond pastes here, which are done just using the hand piece here and just holding the stone in the hand. And you learn a lot about a stone. And one thing I learned about this stuff is that the nice thing is that the matrix here is solid enough that it didn't absorb any of the pigment of the diamond paste. And while it didn't take on a super high gloss, I am happy with the results. So I'm going to go ahead and post this on the website, and I'll probably take into consideration the rarity of the material, its newness, and the color of the pattern, and how difficult it is to polish the pieces, as well as their individual beauty when I list the prices. So hopefully by the time I post this video, I'll have finished cutting all 4 pieces of rough and we'll have those listed for sale. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to get a hold of me on my website or post a comment below. Thanks for watching.